up, everybody? Welcome to the Gamers DMZ once again. I am Jazzy Moto, and I am joined here also. Got underneath of me is Megalixer. Then we got OG Double M, Mr. Sir Rich, and followed by host with the most, the one.
Hello, hello, hello. We're gonna start TGS, find out
That's
what people
right.
have been playing. So let's start off with Mega. What have you been playing?
All right. Well, I've been playing God of War. I beat it. Yeah, I know it took me like what, a month, but hey, I haven't been playing it for a month. And yeah, now I'm now I'm up to God of War 2. And another game I've been playing is Kingdom Hearts 3, and it seems like I'm almost about to beat that game. And I also been playing Persona 4. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, what about you, Double?
Well, I beat Dishonored 2,
You started playing that like
and
Congrats.
yeah, and I beat it. It was so good. And guess what? I'm playing it again.
Sound like you ate a steak. You're so
no,
good.
he's talking like it's food.
I'm playing it again.
So I played with the father, right? I finished it with the father. So now I'm going back and I'm replaying it with the daughter.
Yeah,
A lot different. Her powers are different. It's pretty cool.
okay. Just
So
let you
that's what
know.
I've been playing.
Okay. What about you,
That's
Sir Rich?
Well, I started the 2018 God of War over again. I started streaming that randomly.
You just
I
want
put up.
views.
Hmm?
I said you just want people to see you play God of War.
Yeah. I put it on YouTube too. It's over here
Shoot, that's
too.
how you
I
do
got
it.
it.
that's funny. You played Norse mythology God of War while I playing Greek God of War.
Oh yeah, because I'm getting ready for the Ragnarok. That's gonna come out in November.
When are they gonna do? When are they gonna do the Egyptian God of War? Since I'm being
Probably
silly.
Atreus after he get grown. He probably gonna kill Kratos in this one.
Yeah, that's what the rumor is.
Because he sounded old, like super old in this one. But anyway,
He's sounding like a rambunctious little knucklehead, if you ask me. But that's just.
he always has. He always been rambunctious. Like when you play God of War, he keep running
Oh, I know.
ahead, and he like, no, come back, Atreus.
No, but he sounds more mature from that trailer.
What did y'all? We're gonna talk about that at the
But
end.
anyway,
We're gonna talk
yeah.
that at the end because that's the topic, and I want to see that y'all notice some things about that video. But go ahead. What else were you?
Destiny. What else? Conan.
Yeah.
Conan Exiles. I've been playing the mess out of that as well.
Join us. Join us.
Yes, join the Twitchtopia. We have fun. And is that it? Other than Hearthstone? Yeah, I think that's it. I might be missing something, but yeah, I'm gonna say that's it for now.
Okay. What about you, Lady Jazz?
Uh, Conan with Sir Rich on our Twitchtopia. Destiny. Streamed some Fall Guys last night and some multiverses, and actually jumped back on my Yakuza. So I'm seeing things that will be discussed later. Kind of upped my oomph to finish the story, so I jumped back on for a few minutes.
And hey,
And
some foreshadowing. There is some new stuff in the Yakuza franchise, but we'll talk
yeah,
about
that
that
that's
later.
yeah, that's what I was just talking about. But besides that, Daft That Punk, I know you're out there. I have been playing some more Vampire Survivors, so thank you. But yeah,
What is Vampire Survivors?
it is an over-the-top, no brain cells required, fun PC game where you just shoot things, collect things, and don't die.
Okay.
So
Be right back.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Well, myself, the only thing I've been playing because I've been under the weather, I've only been playing uh, Donut Count. Y'all know what that is?
I do not.
I'm sorry,
Or
donut what?
County.
I heard donut calendar. I'm like, ooh.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Donut County. Donut
Oh yes,
Donut
yes,
County.
yes.
County.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I beat that today, and I had to get 1,000. That's all I wanted in my perfect 1,000. So I beat that. That's the only thing I played this week outside of always playing. Oh no, I did play Plague's Tale Requiem, and I just said stop because it's going to leave Game Pass. I got this one stage. I'm at the coronation, and you got to fire these arrows, and I keep telling her there's something wrong with that game. So I said, forget it. I'm done. It will not get beat because I'm not going to buy it. I'm so late in the game. I'll wait till the next one to beat. If they don't fix the controls, then so be it. Because I don't do things too many times when I know I'm on point. So I played that, and as always, I play Call of Duty. And you don't always play Call of Duty.
I'm mad at Call of Duty right now.
Why are you mad at Call of Duty?
I tried playing. They said you have to install the multiplayer packs.
Oh
I
yeah,
did.
all those packs, all those.
But I did. So I think I have to
Things.
uninstall them and then reinstall. I'm just like,
Yeah,
whatever.
the best thing to do is uninstall everything and start. But you know what they don't that doesn't take into account for is that it's not too fun to do that because if you have a certain what is it bandwidth of download caps like caps for download like a gig or 2 gigs,
Hmm.
and you start downloading that, to eat your cap up. So yeah, no, you're right about that. So that's what everyone else has been playing. We're going to. So is anything else anyone has been playing this week?
No.
Nothing.
Mm.
Okay, so no one has been playing anything else this week. So one of the topics we got to discuss, the first topic we're going to discuss tonight is going to be a heated topic. It's not really heated. It's going to be a heated topic as to was it justified? And that is the Bonnie Ross leaving 343 Industries. So before we get into it, who wants to take the um, lead and discuss this first and give a little background? Serge.
Spies. Sabotage.
No. That sounds like a double went away. Uh, I don't really know the background. I know she was the boss of 343, but
Well, the
It's
well,
okay if we start this by reading the official tweet.
yeah, you can read the official tweet.
All right, well, now I have to freaking look it up on Twitter.
I thought Jazz, you had
Well,
that in your notes.
yeah, so basically, what I had heard is she said it was due to a family medical emergency.
Basically,
So yeah, that's what I heard. And I'm gonna be honest, I just looked it up today, but that's what I heard. And I know she said she had planned on staying until the Halo launch. Let me
I'm
keep
gonna read
scrolling.
her.
Oh,
I'm gonna
look,
read her
here's the
post.
tweet right here. Bam.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
You want to read, or you want me
No,
to
you
read it?
you can go ahead and read it. I'm gonna just
Okay.
enlarge this.
Okay. Ross said in a Twitter post that she is retiring to focus on family medical issue, and that she originally intended to leave after Halo Infinite's winter update went live. She said, "I am incredibly proud of the work everyone at 343 Industries has done with Halo Infinite, the Master Chief Collection, the Halo television series, and so much more. It has been an honor to serve along the team for the last 15 years and to be a part of the universe that I love." That was a post. Now, does anyone want to start with that as to how this came to be, because a couple of weeks ago, as we discussed in previous podcasts, that Halo was junk. And I'm not going to say junk because that is not the proper way to say it. Halo Infinite didn't have any uh, content, let's say that, because the campaign was good, the multiplayer was good, but it's a live service game. So with a live service game, you should have monthly content or quarterly content. And they didn't have that. And then they said split screen. Then that got pushed back. And then we got background. Somebody we got background.
Search your
No, that
status. Yeah,
Is it Surge? Okay.
yeah, he's up there.
Okay, so where did I leave off? So the whole point is that Halo was in a mess. And the fans went in. Halo went in on Halo. I mean, Halo Infinite went in on 343 Industries. Like they didn't know what they were doing because the original creators of Halo was Bungie, and they could never compete with Bungie. But to be honest, Halo Infinite was a very smooth game. It played beautifully. I had no complaints outside of some. No, actually, campaign ran was great. I wish it had co-op. That's the only thing that I wish they had, and I'm not going to play it till they actually add the co-op back, which is going to be what, next year or this in November. And they're supposed to add Forge in November as well. Forge is where you build your own base or whatever, build your own maps, so to speak, and then various people can play it. And so she left. Now, people are saying, was she fired or did she really leave? What
Oh,
are your
and
thoughts?
like I was about
Go
to say,
ahead.
let me add this, but there were some people that were saying like she lied about the whole family issues thing.
That's what I said. That's my whole point. I was saying, did she
Yeah,
it
yeah.
said was she fired or was she or yeah, all right, yeah, did she leave and did she and I'm not going to be the one on any occasion saying anything about somebody's medical status and say they're lying. That's not my they have to deal with their creator if they are saying they are sick and they're not. I just know I would never tell somebody I'm sick or if somebody in my family sick and blame it on somebody else as to why I'm leaving XYZ and it's a family member. There's nothing wrong with a family member. Then something may happen to them. So that's my way of looking at it. However, what are your guys' thoughts about that?
I
Now,
mean, go ahead.
now I'm gonna go back, and this is what I was going to say. I can remember in second podcast, maybe third, go back in the notes and it says, "Hey, we and I specifically said she needs to go." You remember that discussion? I said
Yes.
that.
Yes.
I said she has to go, and I said because it has nothing to do with her, but whoever's at the top in corporate America that runs that division, if something goes wrong, you are responsible for it. You have to go. In most businesses and most things that happen, look at even in sports, if the basketball team is a horrible team, who do they fire? The manager. If or whoever. If any sports, here's your goals. And basically you can follow that same way of looking at it in business. You run something wrong, you run it to the ground. Leadership always the head leaves. She's the head of the studio. She had to go. Now there are other things that she had too much responsibilities, they're saying, and now they broke her responsibilities down to three people. But if she did, she took on too much. And then if she did take on too much, that's her fault even more because she didn't know when to. The good thing about being a leader is you lead. You know how to give responsibilities to people to handle for you, and then they report to you. I don't know if it was budget, but whatever. You guys remember me having that conversation. I said that specifically. She had to go.
Hmm.
So Let's go with Lady Jasmine.
I just think it's funny. Only because, like you said, you kind of predicted it. So who knows? It's not. Excuse the honking in the background. Happy Mexican Independence Month. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
So if you hear that, many apologies. But it is. If it is true, it's a whole family ordeal. It's not for me to judge. Blessings to the family member, whoever. Slash, also, if this is their way of saving face, I understand. Big corporation, do what you gotta do. So, at the end of the day, it's not my business. But like you said, whoever's at fault is the one to go. So, I mean, hey.
Yeah. And what's his name? Daft Punk has something to say in the chat. Did you see what he said?
Yeah, he said a good amount of people were looking to fire, quote unquote. He said, quotes, 343 when the roadmap launched. Then this happened.
And yeah, that's true.
Mm.
So now they buy more time. What are your thoughts, Megan?
I wouldn't say I'm that deep into, I guess, the 343 conspiracy and theories and stuff, but the way how I see it like this. She and here's the thing. The key quote, while I had hoped to stay with Halo until we released the winter update, shows that she was planning on leaving anyway. But then she said the family medical stuff kind of forced her to leave early. And I can believe I can believe that. I can believe that.
What about you,
And
sir?
yeah.
What about you, Serge?
I think that the Halo franchise is taking another major blow, and they couldn't take one because they changed. And four didn't have a well reception, and they need to pull something off with this one, especially with the story being convoluted has been the last couple games. They haven't 343 hasn't really had a strong foothold in Halo. They need
You
to
know,
do something else, or I don't know.
Speaking of Halo,
I'm
go ahead.
actually yeah. I'm really curious on what's going on in Halo Infinite because my Halo experience is only like Halo 1 to Halo 4. Halo 4 was like the first game 343 made, and I gotta say, Halo 4, at least its campaign, I find its campaign to be pretty good, you know? Like, will it beat Halo 3? Nah, Halo 3 is the bomb.
I mean,
But
in general, in the reception of how Halo was taken in, like people played it, but not it. The numbers have been dropping ever since Halo 4. Like a lot of the hardcore fans stopped liking it in that one.
uh,
Okay.
well,
I want,
the
go ahead.
campaign, I still think the campaign is like almost, I guess you could say, Bungie quality. I heard that Halo 4's multiplayer kind of sucked though, but yeah, that's all.
Halo 5, Halo 5 multiplayer was very good. I will tell you guys this. People can say Halo is dead. I'm not gonna
I
jump to
wouldn't say that. I would just say
Not at
they have
all.
a lot less players than they used to.
well,
It's not
well,
dead.
I'm going somewhere. How many of you guys have Master Chief series on your Xbox?
Me.
Okay,
W-
load up a multiplayer and see how fast that loads. See how fast that
Oh
load with
boy.
people ready. Yeah. So I don't know what people are saying. There are people playing both of those. But if I was Microsoft, if I was them, I would not. I would just focus on at this point. I would just focus on fixing the multiplayer for the next year, whatever, and just make sure it's the live service game that it should be, get all the content ready. And then, because what's that other team that's developing the extra content, have them do that? And then the actual, remember they have another campaign that was post release because this left you on a like a cliffhanger. The campaign left you on a cliffhanger, correct? Okay, well it
I
did.
kind of need a
So
refresher.
yeah, my
It's been
whole
a while.
point is
I have no idea what the heck's going on.
so I would not release that for 3 years. I would just focus on this, and then this cliffhanger I would resolve by having a whole new campaign, making that 10 to 15 hours, because then you would satisfy everybody, and then you have another campaign that comes in that's going to be dope. I wouldn't try to just throw out another piece of the campaign right now. I would just worry about the multiplayer and the live streams.
Mm-hmm.
That would be me. I wouldn't. I would. The whole team would be focused on content. I wouldn't worry about the campaign at this moment. I just worry. And the campaign I would do as far as multi co-op. That's the only thing I would focus on, the co-op, and making sure the fans are happy and put the co-op split screen. Although boggles my mind as to why people would want to play split screen on a TV. You ain't getting on my TV, as I said last week. I ain't sharing nothing. I'll play co-op with you. You can be at your house. I can be at my house. I'm not sharing my screen. So
There
there I
you
go.
go.
There I go.
Like split screen
I
for
ain't.
who?
My
I,
TV. You go over to that TV. It's a
yeah,
TV
you got
right there. Get
go to
on it.
another, go over to another TV, then we good. But I just wanted us to, we'll see how this comes out. And November they release Forge, and I think Forge may calm people down for me because of the variety of maps that people can design. And from what I've seen on, what is
Yeah,
it?
Forge always
Yes,
adds
yeah.
mad value to Halo because those levels that people come up with are very creative
Now
and well
speaking
thought
of
out.
which, now speaking of which, and Bonnie, and there is something that Paramount is starting to go into production for season two, and they had there in somewhere I forget, I don't know where, not New Zealand, not Netherlands, but anywhere there in Europe, and they had the four people, the four Spartans taking a picture. You know, Master Chief had his helmet off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said on the tweet, I wish they would stop showing his face. Do you know them people got mad? Well, you don't know TV and naked. I'm like, okay, guess what? You're not going to change my mind. I don't want to see his face. You've
I
never seen.
don't care.
Well, yeah. So
That was
they
part of the
they
mystique of Halo,
and,
like not
and
seeing that that's like part of it.
that's the whole mystique of it.
And then you
And
Yes.
you gain respect because of his actions and like he takes on a shape even though you don't know his face, he still has a face. Like
And you know what I think
weird.
part of the beauty of that is, as the player, you get to envision him as part of
right,
yourself, truly, because there's
exactly.
no, oh, this is what he looks like. I
Then
only,
you be
only if I could wish I could be him, you know.
then you became Master Chief. So you can't become Master Chief if you see him who he is.
I feel like if I see like Master Chief's face, I'm going to be like cursed or something.
Like
Well,
SpongeBob, my eyes, my eyes.
He probably grotesque as much as he wear that helmet. He probably his eyes all sunken in and stuff.
Oh, you
Like
know
that
he ain't
nigga's
got no
just a
pores left.
skeleton under there.
so
That's messed up.
Think
yeah, so
about it, all that
those
sweat and stuff soaking in your skin constantly over decades. Come on, man.
Gross.
trials and
Gross.
tribulations. So that's what's going on with Halo. And I just wanted us to talk about Bonnie Ross leaving, which is a unfortunate situation because I don't want anybody to lose their job, but she did.
Mm-mm. But
So let's move
that's what they
on.
decided to do. So
That's what they gave when she left. And like they
because
said,
generally, and when you
Oh
that
wait.
high up, they ask you to leave, and you just at leave out of courtesy and respect. It's like a totally
well,
different level.
no, right. Well, some people, there are a lot of people who left on medical reasons too.
True, that's true too.
That they
Damn.
always so I'm like, wow, I guess when you get to corporate America, I mean to C
High
level,
stress, high
executive
stress,
level, yeah, everybody
high
get these
stress.
Staff
medical
that Punk
conditions.
says at least leave it for a truly key moment in game, not a show.
Exactly.
I agree with him on that. I agree with him.
And then so quickly in the show, they was like, "Ha ha, we did it!" We're different.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real. Like,
We
the
did
show
what
just
they
came
could
out.
never. What they took. They couldn't do a whole decade of Halo
So what
games.
you saying? What you saying is
Hmm.
leave on a high note.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's Bonnie. I wish her the best. So what did you guys think about Nintendo Direct? Now I'll be the first to say, yeah, I'm not a big Nintendo fan, so I'm not gonna really have anything to say about anything Nintendo does. So we'll let our resident expert lead this whole thing, what he thought about it, and let him and you guys can chime in because I don't give a darn about Nintendo. Just not my cup of tea. So, Megalux, what did you think? And give us your spiel.
All right. Well, I I have typed in a lot of um I've typed in a lot of notes on this,
So, what did you
and
think?
I'm pretty sure the direct and still play is going to be like our main thing, so it's going to take up much time. But so let me so first let me get into like the first before I get into like first party stuff, big first party stuff they show. Let me briefly mention like the updates of existing games.
First of
There's
all, before you go there,
yeah.
give me your overall opinion of the show first.
All right, my overall opinion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So in general, I thought the Nintendo Direct was pretty hype. All of the first party games they showed on the Direct were exciting. And
Okay,
some 30
let's run with that. What were the first person games that showed that you thought were exciting?
all right. So the, so the first game they showed to start with the Direct is a new Fire Emblem game called Fire Emblem Engage. Um so Jazz and Serge, have you heard about that?
Mm-mm.
What?
Fire Emblem Engage.
Yeah, Fire Emblem's not. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, I thought Fire Emblem Engage looks interesting. Keep in mind, I myself have never played a Fire Emblem game before, but this looks like it will be the first one I will buy or get.
Oh no. Is
I
that
wouldn't
what
play
you?
that. Yeah, I
Is
wouldn't
that
play
what it is?
that.
No, no.
What? What?
I don't
What?
like
What's wrong?
tactical
Maybe I don't like anything like that. So
tactical stuff.
Uh,
yes, I can't do it.
I can
but
do
hey,
some turn
Serge, didn't
based.
you
I can't
like?
do
But hey,
tactical.
Serge,
Hmm?
didn't you like Mario plus Rabbids?
No, I haven't played that one. I've avoided that one because it was tactical.
Dang.
I was like, it's tactical. They was like, it's free. I don't care.
Okay, what was the other game? What was what was
Oh,
the
by
other?
the way, I forgot to mention those characters of Fire Emblem Engage look like Colgate mascots. But anyway, let's continue. But the
Like clack
next
clack.
the
Yeah,
next
let's
one
get
they
it.
showed is Pikmin 4. Now, if you don't know, now Pikmin's a real-time strategy game
I don't
where
like
you.
Pikmin either. I've seen that game. Pikmin either. So go ahead. Go give us your points.
But anyway, it was more like a teaser trailer where they showed some environments, then they show like the title of it. But but this but this is exciting for me because the last Pikmin game that we had, Pikmin 3, came out almost a decade ago, which was like 2013. And what I find so funny about this, I guess, reveal is that, the creator of Mario, Shigeru Miyamoto himself, announced in the direct. And what I find funny is that back in 2015, in the interview, he was asked about if there will ever be like a Pikmin 4. And back in 2015, he said, yeah, it's almost ready. And then 7 years later, it finally is here, you know?
So it took him that long.
Yeah, I don't, but yeah, he said it was almost ready in 2015, then it took him 7 years. What the heck? But
What was the
yeah, I
next game?
find this funny. But anyway,
So this is
so
And you
No, you
like
continue. What are you about to say?
no, you like to pick me.
He said, "I'm gonna sit back and listen. Go ahead."
He said, no, you are in your realm. Discuss
Okay.
what you like.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep listening.
They sh- but anyway, they showed some more like Nintendo Switch Online games for the Nintendo 64 thing that's coming along the way. But the games they showed is Mario Party 1, 2, and 3, Excite Bike 64, 1080 Snowboarding, Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, Pilot Wing 64, and the one that got people excited was the elusive GoldenEye 007.
Oh no,
It's
that's coming
coming
to
soon.
Xbox.
Shoot, that's coming. Yep, to Game Pass. I
I
cannot
rather
wait.
play it on
But do you
Xbox.
know
Hey,
what's funny
hey,
about
hey.
this? Do you know what's
Yeah,
funny about this?
online.
Yep. Yep. See, even Mike knows about this.
So you go ahead. You go ahead and you play your multiplayer over a cellular network and let us know how it works.
Cellular network, you're funny. But yeah. And they show what else?
Okay.
They show
Well, here's the game that everyone is talking about, and it's been forever. So what is that game? That stole the show.
also it's funny that you said that because I'm
Would
talking
it
about a game
be?
that's coming out next month that they already showed.
I'm not talking about that, but give us a second.
This one?
Oh, what?
Zelda.
Mhm.
Oh, you want me to skip to the end? Wow. Okay.
No, you bitch.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, get to the
Yeah,
good
like
stuff.
I got all the
You
list.
put your whole game,
I
everything
got
they
the
did.
list. We talking about my games. You said I
He
want
said,
to
what?
talk about. You said
He
you want me to talk about Nintendo Direct,
said
don't you?
we got all of
Don't you?
them. I just said he got.
Uh,
What's up, Blicky? Thank you for popping in here. What games are y'all looking forward to? People in the chat, let us know, by the way.
Got that punk says, what about Bayonetta 3? Yep, they show more Bayonetta 3 stuff.
Did you like
That's
that?
also coming out next month. Now,
Did you like
me
that?
myself, I've only played Bayonetta 1, actually, but
Y'all
yeah,
have fun?
yes.
oh
Okay.
yeah, we should talk about the Nintendo Direct.
But now we can have even more since you're here. Oh.
Mm.
You know your voice sounds very weird right now.
Oh.
What other games you?
But continue.
Oh, he
But
got them all. He got every game they coming out with. So he.
I'm gonna play
that's why I
this one.
said I had a lot
Just
of
the North
notes.
Star.
I had a lot of notes.
Nintendo hater, yes I am.
Shit, he did
Sorry.
his
Nintendo
homework.
hater, I don't care.
Like,
Nintendo hater, no Nintendo in my house.
What you mean no Nintendo in your house?
I'm talking about that guy over there in the corner, like another one. He over there talking
DJ Khaled,
over there,
another one.
sitting in his chair, leaning in against the corner, like, oh no, this is fine.
Did you see the Zelda trailer though? It looks good though.
We didn't get there yet. That's at the end. Hold on.
Oh,
He has an order that he was going, and he was still
Anyway,
talking about
we,
other
Yeah,
we
stuff.
was, we was extremely close to it, but
who is
Okay.
I was
who is
about
that?
to
Is that
mention
Junior?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
Junior
Junior.
led
He
off.
He
With
came
grabbing
in,
it up.
busted in the door, like, what's going on?
All right.
But anyway, I was about to mention Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, which is a game that me and Dad definitely want to play.
Really?
Yeah,
Aw.
that looks good.
Stadium.
Double.
Kirby games are fun. In his defense, they
Okay.
are fun.
Oh boy. See, I told you, Nintendo
Good
hater.
job.
like
I said Nintendo hater. You
Let me
thought
see
I
if
was
I can
too, man.
find the
talking
trailer.
Looks like
Hold
the
up.
Peppa Pig
Get
fan
you.
is getting a little bit riled up.
Peppa Pig.
What did you think I was all talking about the Peppa play over there? Peppa.
The Peppa Pig.
Look. Points.
That Kirby look nice.
You say what?
That Kirby looks nice.
Okay. You Kirby all day you want to, 'cause it ain't gonna be me.
Damn, here it is.
Kirby's Return to
That's
Dreamland
hilarious.
Deluxe is coming to Nintendo
Also, that game
Switch.
comes out a day before my birthday, so
One
boom.
day,
Is that
a
what you telling him to
I
get
don't
you for your
know.
birthday?
Yeah, I thought I heard a big hint in there.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, you
Hint,
bet.
hint,
You
hint,
bet.
hint.
But yeah, okay, now I'm about to talk about Zelda.
yes.
But
Even you can
finally,
talk
they
about
showed the official name of Breath of the Wild 2 because for a while they were just calling it the sequel of Breath of the Wild. They didn't want to give out like the subtitle yet. But the official name is The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. And the release date for that game is May 12th, 2023. And what's another thing? Oh yeah, another fun thing is that a lot of people were making jokes because here's a little bit of background on how this threat was released. So Nintendo of America and Japan's YouTube channel, they streamed the direct, right? But Nintendo UK, they only posted it on demand. And they didn't want to stream it because they didn't want to take attention from the Queen's death, right? And a lot of people were making jokes that the reason why was because it was called Tears of the Kingdom. You know? You get it?
yes, we get it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't it
Yeah.
ironic? Don't you think?
But yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But anyway, third party stuff. And I'm only going to talk about, you know, exciting third party stuff. And after that, I'm going to tell you
You mean
one
there's
big
more?
it's 40 minutes. I should mention that the rest 40 minutes. But
I thought he talked
anyway,
about third party stuff. He said, and there's more. Go ahead.
but yeah,
I told you. He like Nintendo. There's more.
but don't worry, there's only like 4, exciting third party stuff I want to talk about. Then after that, I'm going to give you one
No.
big problem I have with this thread. All right. So It Takes Two is finally coming to Nintendo Switch, which is good because when It Takes Two comes out, a lot of people were like, this game would have been perfect for the Switch, you know?
Yeah, if you're
But
playing next to somebody. But go ahead.
yeah, and you can also play online as well. But anyway, that's besides the point. But a game that I found surprising that's coming to Switch, and I thought it was like a PlayStation exclusive, is Sifu.
Okay.
But yeah, did Sony publish Sifu? I need somebody to
I
back
don't know.
me up on it.
No, they
Okay.
didn't.
Oh, they didn't.
It's an indie.
Ah, okay. Okay, so this one's kind of funny. Yeah, when I say these games are gonna come to Switch, you're gonna be like, huh? The Switch can run that? But as soon as I say, oh, but it's this, you're gonna be like, oh, okay. So Resident Evil 8 and the next gen remakes are coming to Switch.
Nice.
At 540.
But
At 540p. Let's go. Yes, we know.
but
Doesn't
Fine
matter
print,
because it's
fine
really
print.
small.
it's cloud version. It's a cloud version.
Oh, then that's at 240p. Go ahead.
But anyway. So Octopath Traveler 2. Now, I haven't even played the first Octopath Traveler, but hey, the first one's on Game Pass.
It's okay.
But,
Switch can handle that.
but yeah. I kind of want to mention this though, but
That's that ill
Octopath
cloud.
Travelers 2, a fun thing I noticed about Octopath Traveler 2 is that it's also coming to PlayStation and Steam. But what I find funny, and this kind of made me realize, wow, outside of, AAA Final Fantasy titles, Square Enix is really erratic when it comes with what systems they want their game to be on. Because think about it, the first Octopath Traveler was on Switch and Xbox only, right? But the sequel now it's coming to Switch, PlayStation, and PC. There's no word about Xbox version. And do you know what's even funnier? In terms of PC releases with Square, some of their games are only on Epic Games Store, and some of their games are only on Steam. And I'm like, what store do you want to choose? You know?
Oh wow, No
But
Man's Sky is finally coming out on the Switch.
and you said Square Enix, right?
Yeah, Square Enix.
And what's even funny about Square Enix, they losing so much money because they're trying to make preferences on where they want the games. If they went fully multi-plat, they wouldn't be having problems that they're having. So Square Enix, I can care less about. But I agree with Daft Punk about Cyberpunk. Yeah.
And who's their lapdog?
Jim Ryan. They're Jim Ryan's like.
I'm a sidestep your comment. Ha ha! You will not box me in. How about that? Oh my goodness.
All right.
Okay, so
Now wait. I've been praising this. Now I'm gonna have to give this threat some criticism. Let me get some
okay,
criticism.
yes. Give us the criticism for your thesis.
Yeah.
Now you
Give us
may
that
notice
criticism.
that I haven't
Oh, the
talked about
thesis.
all third-party games, and you want to know why?
Why?
And this is the big problem with the direct.
So agitated.
A lot of the games they showed. Now let me tell you one thing. Do you like RPG games, guys?
Most of us do,
Yep.
yes.
Now let me be more specific. Do you like oh, and this is definitely gonna break my heart, but do you like JRPGs?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, thank you, Jazz. Thank you. Now here's the kicker.
She sounded like she didn't even want to say that. Like, yeah, I kind of.
No, I did. I was like, yes, yes, I
No.
do.
But here's the
That's how you
kicker.
say it.
And to be honest, I'm probably still gonna get a yes. But do you like farming simulators?
Oh no.
Heck no.
Do you like your JRPG games mixed with farming mechanics?
Nah.
Oh
Okay,
hell
but
no.
your question was why are games are not there? And I'm trying to get you to get us.
But let's look at this. Let's look at this in general. And here's the thing. And this is a big problem with like the game showcase here. A lot of the games they showed felt the same. And you see, with game showcases, you're supposed to have like a variety, you know?
Well, here's the thing. If you're Nintendo and their people always buy the same thing, they're not going to change their formula because they keep doing the same thing, which they've always been doing, remaking the same game over and over again. Mario Kart 4, 5, 6,
They've been
7,
doing
8, 9,
Madden.
10.
They've been doing
And
Madden.
yeah, exactly. And they buy it and they sell it. So if that formula works for you, why change it? Do you see them trying to get Call of Duty? No,
These are
because they.
third-party games we're talking about, though.
But my point is, if that's working for them, they're not going to add anything additional.
I mean, they did that like with sequels. I don't know what you're talking about. They now that new Kirby game that came out like months ago, they literally like reimagined the Kirby formula.
You just contradicted yourself. You just said that's the only thing they do. When I tell you if that's what they do, you're telling me they're doing it. Then you're gonna say, well, they're not doing it. Then that's a contradiction of what you said.
Well, what's your point? You're saying like they do the same thing throughout their
You're
whole
saying
like gaming
you're
career.
saying that you said it, and I'm saying if that's what they do and it's making them money, they're not going to change that formula. You're the one who said that, and I said to you, you said you had a problem with it, and I said if something is working for someone, why change it?
Talking about third-party developers. I'm not talking about
But the
Nintendo.
I know, but the third party develops
That
have they
has
have,
nothing to do with Nintendo. And also, those third-party games are also like what multi-platform as well.
but they still have to get the right. Nintendo has to approve everything that comes on their system.
Hey, what is this?
What's the point?
What is?
Yeah, you're,
Never mind. Never mind. You're not getting it. Go give your point. Finish up.
but
Because
anyways, I was saying that the showcase in general, and it's funny how you mentioned this because the in June's Nintendo Direct, which was like a partner showcase, where they only showed third-party games, they were showing like a good variety. They show more footage of Sonic Frontiers. They show a new Bomberman game. They showed a new Monkey Island game, a game that was from LucasArts
so
Games.
you're saying this one didn't have as much diversity.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying.
That's what you
That's
shouldn't
it.
leave off like that. It didn't have as much
Yes,
diversity.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. But that's all I have to say.
That was a very good thesis. You did your homework. You had all your points.
Thank,
So
thank
does anyone else have anything else to say on the Nintendo Direct show? Because again, I could care less about Nintendo, but it's
Oh,
time to chill
Nintendo
out.
you.
That was just on Nintendo's
I
Direct.
get it, buddy.
Yes.
But
Yeah, that
hey,
was just Nintendo Direct. That's all. He was over here Nintendo hating. Hate.
It's like, hey, you want me to research?
all I can say is
That's
scratch
the
out your
one.
face, buddy. You may try it. You may like it. Who knows?
Nintendo just don't have a
That's
Switch.
that's the
But
one. Being a player hater.
do whatever you
Hey,
want.
hey,
You know.
a player hater is somebody who hates and then doesn't admit it. I admit everything up front and don't give a darn. So I don't like it.
I don't like Nintendo, and I just
And
don't. The
I
games
don't
don't
like
grab me.
it.
That's all.
I would I would rather get a Steam Deck before I go out and get a Switch.
Uh,
So that lets you know that right
yeah,
there.
I would not
Okay.
be playing this turn-based stuff. No.
I can't do turn based. That's a waste of my time. So again, Megalixer, thank you for the excellent job of giving us the details of the Nintendo Direct. What did you guys think about the overall PlayStation State of Play? Let me start off because
Now,
I don't know. Well, I'll start off because I didn't
yeah, I
watch
took
it,
a lot
and
of
I
notes
just
on
thought,
that one as well.
okay, then I'm going to ask you since you took notes, then you could finish up. What are the two Japanese fighting type games? And then one of them was an Xbox game, and they took away, and they made it I think a Korean game or whoever.
You talking about the fighting games?
Yeah, no, it was not Street Fighter, not Tekken.
No, you
The
talking about Blaze Blue and
No, you're talking about like
Guilty
what
Gear.
Oh,
the
I did
hack and
like Blaze
slashes.
Blue. I still
Blaze
have that.
Blue or whatever everybody was talking about. Oh, you
And Guilty Gear.
not Guilty Gear. It wasn't Guilty Gear. It
I
was
saw
the
them both on Xbox
yeah, no,
Tokyo.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the PlayStation show where they had two games. One was supposed to come to Xbox, but it's not coming to Xbox anymore.
Oh, I ain't see that. Oh, you talking about
Let
Tekken?
me see.
No, not Tekken.
Look it
It's
up.
I think I
Yeah,
know
I'll
what
see
you're
that.
talking about, but I have a feeling that this certain game you're talking about, they never said it was coming to Xbox anyways.
yeah,
It
they
was
did.
always shown at
It
PlayStation.
it was called another name at first, and they changed it when they showed
Yep,
it
I
on
know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Project Eve, which turned into Stellar
Project E.
Blade.
There you
Yeah,
go.
oh,
There you go.
yeah. That game was
That-
made in South Korea, by the way.
yeah, Korean. Did I say Korean?
yeah.
Okay, I
No, I
thought.
thought you
I
said
thought you
That's what
said
threw
Japan.
me
Japan.
off.
I
That's
heard
what my mind
Japan
went somewhere
too.
totally.
No,
I
You
I
heard
said
said
Japan.
no, I
yeah.
said Japanese game, but I said I think this one was made by a Korean, and I said that after the fact. Check the tapes, but
I believe you.
I just heard Korean. I was like, what Korean? That's what I
yeah,
was.
right. But my point I'm making is, I'm like, hell, that's two games that I even play anyways. I'm not gonna play it. So
What is it? Stellar Blade?
Stellar Blade, if it's on the PS5, it'll be past me unless I still have the PS5 Premium Plus, PlayStation Plus Premium, and it puts it in their game system, and it comes for free for me to play. Otherwise, I'm not gonna play. But I want your guys' thoughts on PlayStation Plus. I mean, PlayStation State of Play.
So, if it's okay if I can open this one?
Yeah, I said you.
All right. Okay. Anyway, first thing they showed is Tekken 8. First of all, Tekken 8 looks beautiful.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Yeah.
I want to get it. Now, I myself have never played a Tekken game before, and not a lot of fighting games in general. And the reason why is because it
You,
takes
you
a lot of it takes a lot of investment to actually get good at the game. And
yes.
I believe online multiplayer is truly what makes fighting games, last long. But I'll tell you one thing, once my gaming backlog gets shorter, I'll probably, I'll probably play like an older Tekken game and, take my time to learn that. But yeah, Tekken 8's looking epic. But yeah. But anyway,
Agreed.
What else?
after Tekken 8, they show 2 PlayStation VR 2 games, right?
It's
The first
funny
one,
that. Go
continue.
ahead.
You said
No,
you go.
I was just saying it's funny that, and someone correct, funny that they keep showing these VR2 games, but they haven't released the price of the VR2. Interesting.
Yep,
But go ahead.
they still haven't released the price, but
And someone said, and I forget who said this, I forget who said it on the podcast. Do you guys think that some guy said this, get his name, that the reason why the PS5s went up is to make sure they can compensate for lowering the price PSVR? Because they know you're gonna buy the PS5 X
Yeah,
price.
because that's what I was gonna go to. That place, State Play looks like it was like more VR stuff, and some of their VR stuff did look interesting, but it was like VR heavy. They showed a lot of VR games in comparison to the other console games.
wait, you're talking about like this state of play?
Yeah, the one that came out like what, a day or so ago.
I respectfully disagree. They only show like 2 out of.
No, they did not show just two. They showed a few.
No, they show 2. You want to know why? Because I took notes, Serge. I took notes.
There you
Mhm.
go. Okay, so what two VR games were?
But anyway, they show Star Wars, a new Star Wars PlayStation VR 2 game.
But did they show more than their regular games? That's what I'm saying. They weren't. It was even, pretty
I
much.
mean, it didn't felt like it, but let me continue the analysis here.
Resident Evil 4, and like, really, you gonna count that? Like, what did they show? Tell me.
Resident Evil
Tell
4
me.
was my state of play, but
Tell me.
let's just continue. Let's just continue.
Yeah,
Now, I
I can
think,
just tell you.
yeah,
VR. You forgot about Retribution. That's more than two.
that was just so I had to stay of play. Continue.
That was
Um,
state of play.
it wasn't this state of play. I don't know what state of play you've been watching, but
Okay,
I've
move
been
on.
watching the same one. It's just they announced. I'm telling you, they had a lot of VR games they announced.
which is weird because they didn't show that in the September 13th state of play.
Maybe he watched
Unless
the
you're talking
September.
about like,
I think
the
I
Tokyo
think
Game
they
Show stuff.
announced some games earlier,
Mm-hmm.
like back in August. Some VR2 games. I think back in August they showed some. I think.
Yeah, that's the list I have
But
going now.
Double M, you should know because you was watching like the state of play. You was watching like I guess you could say an archive of it, and
Yeah, but I didn't see that many.
yeah, you did. Yeah, I didn't see that many either.
I said they didn't show many games over their regular console games. I didn't say they didn't make more VR. I said they didn't have many non VR games. It was about even.
Okay, so what
I
other
would
game?
expect them to have more PS5 games and stuff since they were talking like they having so many console games coming out, but I don't see anything coming. That's my point.
We
All
don't
right, but
push all those
let's actually
VR2 games.
Exactly. But they didn't have many VR2 games. Remember that.
all right, let's just go.
Don't pop hard. Don't pop hard if you can't take the fire. Come on now.
Okay, let's
No,
let's
I'm not. I mean,
let's go to the next
I still don't
one.
believe you, but anyway,
Let's go. Let's go to the next one.
yeah. All right, but anyway, the Star Wars PSVR game, it looks cool, though Double M says nah, but hey, to each their own, I suppose. PlayStation VR, the next PSVR 2 game to show is Demio. It looks graphically good, but I'm not interested in it because it looks like a trading card game. And yeah. So after Demio, they showed and this, and I know chat's gonna be like, we love this Ishin. It
I
takes
seen
place,
it.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
seen it.
and I remember you said that you actually be interested in playing that one, Double M.
Yeah, that one looked kind of good.
Have you
Yeah.
played? Have either of you played any of the other ones?
No.
Break my
No,
heart.
don't
Go
worry,
ahead and
Chaz. Don't worry,
start where
Chaz.
you want to.
One,
Sometimes that brings you in.
yeah.
I
First of
know,
all,
Jazz.
I'm gonna
You
have
can
to
play
like.
all.
I'm on
Okay, what are
the
the next
fourth
games?
one,
What are
but
the next
yes.
games? What
All
were you
right,
saying, Lady
let's
Jazz?
get on with
Let's
it.
know Lady Jazz is saying something. She's been
Oh,
kind of.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep quiet because all this commotion in the back. When I'm not talking,
Oh, I'm
y'all can't
sorry.
hear it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you're good. You're good. But no, I was just saying. I understand sometimes jumping into a game, no matter which part of the series you play, sometimes it draws you into wanting to play from the beginning. So I ain't gonna hate on y'all. I am on the fourth one. I started from
I mean,
0.
now
So just enjoy it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna play one like once my backlog gets shorter. But you did mention like I guess which one to start. That's one big question I have with like the series. Which one do I start?
0. I'll chat you
Zero?
about it later, yeah, so we can go to the next topic. But yeah, I got you.
All right. So the next thing they showed is Hogwarts Legacy, and this one's interesting because I'm pretty sure Mike mentioned this in an earlier podcast, but they showed the exclusive PlayStation Quest of Hogwarts Legacy. And yeah, Mike, did you like, I guess, said something about this before?
That they got their
Mm.
exclusive content, and we're going to segue into a lot of that. Keep that on the exclusive. Keep that word. But go
All
ahead.
right. Then after that, they show Pacific Drive, and I wouldn't say I'm not really interested in Pacific Drive. It looks spooky. Heck, Double M said, "Is this Ghostbusters?" But yeah. So then after Pacific Drive, they showed I guess you could say more. They show more info on PlayStation Stars, and they mentioned that PlayStation Stars will be free to join.
Of
And
course, who's gonna pay for it? That's nothing new.
but yeah,
Anybody gonna pay for
you,
that?
That's like, have you ever heard somebody say something which is the stupidest thing that you ever want to hear somebody say? Now, pay attention to this. I don't know if people with common sense ever pay attention to this, what I'm say. And somebody tells me, please tell me why this doesn't make any sense. When somebody says on TV commercial, they say, and if you do this, we'll give you a free gift. What's wrong with that?
I wasn't gonna do it anyway. Why am I
No,
supposed
no,
to do it?
no, no, no. Here, my whole point is, can you ever tell me about a gift you ever paid for? So whenever somebody say a free
Oh, you
gift,
saying it's
it's
redundant?
exactly.
Oh,
right.
golly. A gift is free. A free. How you gonna tell me I'm getting a gift?
But
Of
you
course
listen
it's
to
free. It better be
it,
free. You make me
they
pay for
always
my
say,
gift.
"Oh, we're going to give you this free gift." How you going to give me something that's free already? They take advantage of a person's psyche. But anyway, yeah,
Redundancies.
redundant.
Redundancies. And,
all right, but
That's that hypnosis.
That's that stupid people will believe it. Go ahead.
For real.
Okay, so the the 3D models, some of the 3D models they show that you can collect. Um, I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that it will be like what in the PlayStation 5's like what HUD or something. That's one thing that I'm curious about. Like, will this be in your like computer? Will this be in like the PlayStation 5? You know. But the 3D models they show, which some that are based off of cat some that are based off of characters and a 3D model of like a a thing that Sony made with some of it's PlayStation, some of it's like outside of PlayStation, like that weird like radio thing that they made years ago. But I'm not gonna lie though, I'm a bit geeked out about the 3D models. I
I,
actually don't mind collecting them, to be honest.
You got a video of that?
Yeah, I mean, heck, Double M,
That's
you
what
you
I've been
just
trying
saw
to
it
look.
yesterday, but yeah.
okay, so let's get
But
to the main. Let's get to the main topic of their show.
all right.
And what was the main topic of their show? We're gonna get everybody's opinion.
The main topic, as in like the big thing that they showed.
Yes, the big thing.
Like
All
the
right.
loyalty program. Just a guess.
No, yesterday.
Mm-mm.
Come on, come on.
Mm-mm.
Double. What is it?
It's God of War.
There you go. So,
Oh yeah.
what did you guys think about? Now, what did you guys think about the trailer?
Well, first and
And
foremost, we have to talk about that. There's going to be like a new controller, based off of the
Spy.
theme. But yeah, who cares? But
okay, let's even that look boring.
Well done.
For
anyway.
them to show that controller, I'm like, it's going to be something. That's a piece of. And that showed no thought into it. It was just basic. And that being said, what were your guys' thought about? Because a lot of people go in and say, and I saw a lot of people saying that various Twitters, whatever you want to call it, social media things, like, oh, see, no one can beat Sony, no one can do this, no one can do that. One thing people need to understand, and I think people don't get why Sony is they're good at what they're doing in that case, and that's their forte. Why is that their forte? Why is it going to look so good? Why does it look good and it's captivating? Is because Sony is a movie studio as well. Do they not see that they can go over and
That
get
is
that
true.
talent to pull them over and say, let's make this movie quality? You have to give them credit for that. Just like you can say, well, Sony can't compete with Microsoft when it comes to cloud services and Xbox. They can't touch
Yeah,
it. They don't
because
have it.
Com-
they
They
use
computer
mocap in a
company,
lot of their
software
yeah,
games.
company.
A
yes.
Like
lot of their games. And I was
You
commenting on that
know, I
in the
And I
2018 God of War when I was
yeah,
playing it, how good of a child actor that guy
exactly.
is. I'm like, this is an actual kid acting. This is some good kid acting right here.
it's a full
Yeah, but
production.
it's a full production. They got the movies. That's why they also made that deal with Epic. Because Epic that what's the they made the deal with Epic for their Unreal 5 because a lot of movie studios are starting to use Unreal 5 too, and that's why Sony made that agreement with them. But it's all capturing that realism, and Sony's
Mm-hmm.
good at that. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft doesn't have a studio like that. They can probably buy one easy and work with them. I think they can work with Paramount since they're doing it anyway.
And they
But
tried it with Quantum Break.
right, but
But
it
they
wasn't.
didn't do it the correct way, like completely melding both realms like God of War. God of
Okay.
War is a cinematic feature.
Yeah, yes,
A
yes,
playable cinematic movie.
yes.
That's all it
That's
is.
that's all it is, and I give them credit. You can't hate on it. The trailer looked excellent. It looked great. You can't take away from that. You give credit where it's due. I mean, everybody's saying they're gonna buy it day one. Ain't gonna be me because I'm not gonna sit up here and let that game sit there because I know I'm not gonna play it.
Oh, I'm playing it day
Like
one.
I
That's
see you
because
I'm
right. So a
buying
lot
day.
of
I'm playing day one.
that's a day one stream. Because I was
Mike,
like,
you
man,
playing day
the
one?
glitches and
I
all
don't even
that
want to
stuff.
hear
I'm like, forget it. I'm a day one stream now because that's why
nah,
I'm playing through it right now. and it come out in November. How could I do that kind of
Oh, I knew
disservice? I
why
gotta
you.
hurry
I
up. I gotta
when
hurry up through this game so I can get
when
some
you
kills with it.
when you said what you said that you played it, I'm like, here you go. I knew you was gonna play it day one.
I didn't know.
Oh,
It
it's
was
not.
just like instinctive. It was
Okay,
like, you should play
okay,
God of War. I was like, yep, you
okay.
sure should.
All I know. Oh, so and also, y'all better go to work too that day. I'll tell.
Oh, I already requested them days off. I don't know what you're
See,
talking about.
I don't know how.
Vacation time is a beautiful thing. I don't know what you talking about. 11/9 is done. 11/9, 10, and Veterans Day is the 11th, so I'm good.
Oh my! Well, it won't be me. It won't be me.
Shoot,
So,
I'm
what do you
definitely
guys
doing
think
that.
about? Okay,
Definitely doing
Devil. Devil, what did you think?
I thought it was great. It showed it's starting with like Sir said, starting with the child actor, you could see the progression and you could see it through the game that the kid and got older. He sounds older, and it's the same little kid.
Yeah, and they played it with it like enough
Oh, that's
time has
awesome.
passed. Enough time has
Yeah,
passed to where he's that age, and it goes with the story. Like they did it in
he
perfect
he
sync.
sounds like a preteen or a teenager.
A little knucklehead.
Yeah,
It
he
looks
is a
great.
knucklehead. He is a super
Yeah,
knucklehead. He annoyed me. I'll be like, man, get back here. But he
you
It
handy.
know,
looks
He
great.
get in
It
there
looks
fighting. He handy
yeah,
though. He
yeah.
actually fight, man. He handy.
yeah. He's
Yeah,
supposed to
he is
fight.
handy.
He, he's supposed to fight,
And
man.
then did you hear him? Did you hear him in the trailer? He said, "Well, I've been doing things to protect you, Dad." You
Yeah,
know what I'm
he said
saying?
that.
You don't know.
You don't know magic. You don't know how to read the runes. You don't know nothing about this world. This is my world, not
see,
yours.
he needed
I'm ushering in. I'm the new usher. I'm the new herald.
see,
You might as well come on.
he needed somebody like my father. You said something to my father like that. He was like, "What?
Right.
Say it again.
It's
Say it
He
it.
was
again."
softened
You
by
know
his
what it
mother.
feels like.
He was so
You
crazy.
know
He was
what it.
softened by his mother because remember he had his family taken away.
No,
So
I know, I
because
know.
he has a family, he softened to it. That's the only thing he's softened to. That's his Achilles heel. That's his kryptonite. His kryptonite is his family. The only way he could die is if it's by his family's hand, because that's the only one he'll let his guard down with. As you
It
see,
it
whenever you meet
feels like
somebody, he be mean grilling them like I don't trust you. I'm like 2 seconds up and cutting your throat open, dog. Like nah. Stop,
What you,
Kratos.
what you,
it
what you
feels
think?
like the passing of the torch.
Has to be.
Kratos he feels like he out his element now, and
Nah,
that
he
little boy
old.
is
He feel
taking
tired.
over.
He tired and he old and he see his son taking over because he already lost 2 wives and he'll be darned if he lose another kid. So he rather die than let his kid fail the way he did.
Dang.
I'm there day one.
Maggie, what you think? Maggie, what you think?
All right, well, I think
What you
so.
think?
This, I'll tell you one thing. This definitely looks like the trailer that I guess shows some elements of what the story is going to be about, right?
Lady
Right.
Jazz.
But
You said what?
I said, what are your thoughts?
oh,
You
I'm
skipping work
trying.
too?
Yeah, I'm trying to look ahead, get ready for the next video. I'm like, hold up.
Uh,
but
I'm a,
let me add this. Let me add this. I'm wondering now. This is from a perspective of a person that only beat what God of War 1. I'm wondering what the heck is going on.
Oh yeah, it gets more clear into two is
Kratos has a kid, like, huh?
he you didn't see the beginning of one?
He has a kid?
How you think he got the ashes on his body?
That happened? The PlayStation 2 original? What?
Yeah, he had a whole family in the beginning of
Yeah.
the story. He had a whole family, and Ares had him on such a bloodlust going through all the different towns that he killed his family. Didn't realize it, and as a punishment, his wife and son's ashes was scorched to his skin. That's why his color is like that.
I know who
So
played the original uh, Kratos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, PS2 era.
No, that one. Who was the person that played
wasn't
the
it
character?
Kyle? What's it called?
There you go. It was Kyle from Living
Yeah.
Single.
Ah.
His voice is better
Yep.
than the guys now, but the guys
Oh, I
now, I
didn't know
think
they
he's
switched. Dang.
Oh, you
yeah. They
talking about
switched.
like Kratos
Yeah, they've been
voice
Let
actor,
me
switching.
the
tell you.
original?
Both of them
Let me
sound
let me
good.
tell
Both of them
you.
Yeah,
sound good.
but what you call it was
I've
better.
never played
They
one, so
both have
that's
their
still
own
on my
feel though.
list.
They both have
Yeah,
their own feel. What'd
I
you
was
say?
one, but you know what kills me? I'm gonna say this, and it's going. I respect them from always going with people. They went with people of color to be that person because I heard when
Yeah.
they interviewed this Asian guy, and he said Kratos is every color. So because people got mad at the man who Asian and said he was like he's all color, so
Oh
that's why we
wow.
wanted to keep him up. Yeah, and I respect it. But just because this guy is what his name is Judd, I think he's Dominican.
Mm-hmm. And it started off as a black guy.
Oh,
Ambiguous. Racially
he's not Dominican,
ambiguous.
is he?
Yeah, I think he's Dominican.
Or he's Canadian.
Well, he could be
He's
Dominican Canadian though.
Dominican.
Dominican, Canadian, American.
He played
Boom,
football, I think.
bars.
Except the American part.
Yeah, I know he's
I know, it's just rhyming.
Boy.
Boy. Boy.
boy.
Boy.
Where are you, boy?
Okay, so that was your
Dress.
guess. That was your guys' thoughts on.
Yeah.
Oh my
hmm
God. What was your okay? That's your guys' thoughts. Anything else you guys want to add to that?
Did the PlayStation play? No, they had some
For
Hmm.
God
interesting
of War?
stuff, but
The state of
nothing
play in
that
general?
caught my fancy like other than like God of War. Wasn't it like another game?
What about Ronin?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wasn't there Ronin in
What
there?
about Ronin?
Because I didn't hear about
Yes.
Ronin.
I mean, I was talking about PlayStation stars, but then Mike was like, "Well, first let's talk about like what the big, events in that state of play." But yeah, um, Ronin, yeah, it's made by Tecmo's
Oh,
Team Ninja.
I just that guy played Stargate One. He played that guy in Stargate One. Remember the Egyptian guy in Stargate One? That's Christopher Judge played that. I never knew that
Yes,
in
that's Tilk.
Stargate. Well, that's him.
Yes.
Yeah, that's him.
I wanted him to be Apocalypse in X-Men.
He would make a dope apocalypse, honestly.
Yes, he would.
Because he got that theatrical feel to him. And you can build on Apocalypse just like he built on himself. He ain't nothing but a big
After
old
3 centuries of
amalgamation of
Tokugawa's
parts.
repressive rule,
This is him. I sent the picture to Jazz. Oh, okay.
Boy.
Oh, this Ronin.
The last run. This look kind of cool too, though. But like I said, it looks like another one of those Souls like games.
The funny thing about this state of play is that we had two games where a samurai has like a pistol, Inshin and Ronin.
Not in the last running area is that's legit because that's when flintlocks and all that stuff and revolvers were really heavy. Revolvers were starting to become into existence. Old West era. That's that old West era. During the gold
I
rush,
never knew
yeah,
they
this is
used,
what was going on over there.
look at it. I never knew they used a weapon though like that.
What, a flintlock?
Yeah, flintlock.
Mr.
What else? He got a rifle.
Well, when they get invaded, they use whatever, like, the invaders bring those weapons. Because remember what happened to fireworks. So,
Right.
but yeah.
Was that all of it? That wasn't all
Yeah,
of it, was it?
yeah, it's quick.
That's the guy.
Yes, it's Tilk.
That's Kratos' voice actor or something?
Yeah, that's the voice actor, Kratos.
Ah.
Okay, so let's leave PlayStation alone. But oh no, let's leave PlayStation alone for now. What about so we did what did you guys say? You guys talked about Tekken 8. Did you talk about Street Fighter? What did you think about that?
Oh yeah,
I like
same
Street
thoughts with
Fighter.
Tekken 8. Looks gorgeous. Will want to play it if my backlog is shorter. And I've noticed they're taking like a urban direction with Street Fighter, you know.
They putting a story mode in where you could create your own character.
Yeah, that's what they are doing. They are
Yeah,
doing.
I've noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't know
that
if
should
that's
be.
good and bad.
I don't know until you
I mean,
try
it
it
might
because
be,
Soul Calibur did it and
yeah,
they pulled it off. So Soul Calibur's
excellently.
created character. Yeah. So I don't know.
Nah, we'll
I don't
see.
know.
I
You
What
don't
gotta
know.
character
see
creation
because I thought
in
the
Soul
same thing
Calibur?
back in the day, and it turned out okay.
You get to pick your moves and all that stuff, and
And customize how they
Yeah.
look, like very, very
And
detailed.
yeah, everything all the way
And
down to
props.
how they when
One of
they
my
win
chicks.
and all that stuff.
One of my chicks is in the maxi style, and she has an apple on her head. Like it's, you can do whatever you want.
interesting.
What do you guys think about the Xbox game show, the Tokyo Game Show, their presentation?
Only got to see the highlights of that one.
You know that took place like 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's why
Yeah,
they got
and in
videos.
3
Yeah,
a.m. And at
Yeah,
3 a.m.
our
at that
time.
time, I didn't notice it. I was so invested in God of War, original PS2, that I
at
didn't even know
3 a.m.
it started.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
No, I was busy playing God of War, and I beat it like a boss. But yeah,
Oh.
Must be nice.
Having that time.
Yes. Must be
Right.
nice.
All us old folks gotta
Yeah,
be in the bed.
he had to work and get up and he could be playing video games. I ain't mad at him.
Nope,
Got the life.
it's just fun.
The last time
I,
I did that was with Oblivion.
Help you up that late?
That was a long time ago, dude.
I know
oh
that
yeah, you said
was.
something like you wanted to beat the
Long
game
time
so
ago.
bad, so you stayed up in like what 5 a.m. or something. Was that it?
Dude, we used to have some Halo sessions that would go all night.
All night long, all night. Yeah, we would play Halo like crazy, like till your eyeballs burn. Like when you play the game so much, your eyeballs just hurt. Like my eyeballs hurt.
Yeah,
I
that's
even think I
interesting,
think
but
I think the one was in some of those sessions, I think, back then.
Yeah.
yeah, I bet he was.
Hmm.
But what did y'all think overall? What did I think about it? I thought they did well for trying to get
I,
entrenched in the Japanese market.
I
I think.
was
Go ahead.
okay, so I was about to say that I think Xbox's Tokyo Game Show is really good marketing for, the Xbox in Japan. And another interesting thing I found about it is that apparently that show basically basically officially confirmed that Deathloop is coming to Xbox.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yeah. And isn't
Yes.
it isn't it a day one Game Pass game?
Yes.
Yeah, it
Did you
is,
see?
and it's already
Nice.
in pre-download. You can already
Yeah,
download
I already did.
Nice.
it. I did too.
I did on both of mine. I'm like, okay, so I ain't gonna worry about it. It'll be
I'm
there.
gonna play that. I'm gonna play that there. I'm gonna play that there.
But did you look at the trailer?
The
But the Deathloop,
Deathloop
Yeah.
Xbox trailer?
yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it, but I was like halfway watching. I was doing something
Okay,
else.
look at that trailer because to me that trailer made is more hype than the original.
It does. It
And I
does.
don't know if
Yeah.
anybody paid that any attention, but that trailer is much more hype. It makes the game look much more fun.
Yeah, it
And
was like some cuts, and they were doing some
yeah,
cuts.
I'm
And
curious.
it's,
I'm
You
curious.
have no idea what's
Yeah,
out
that
because
there.
see,
trailer
I
is
did remember
way
seeing
better
some.
than the one from last year.
Yeah, the
that
last year was kind of boring.
yeah,
Was it gameplay or was it just the
it was
This trailer
This
they
looks
showed
like
more weapons
yeah, but
and
this
everything.
one was much better. This one was much, and then I think as I thought Microsoft should do, you get extra content as an Xbox on Xbox.
Yeah. An extended ending.
Yeah,
Me and Jazz should really like this because it has that Dishonor feel to it.
Yeah, I was
The
just thinking the
mechanic.
same thing. Look, even
Oh,
the
if it has a
blade.
Dishonored
You
feel
see the
to it, then
blade?
heck, I'll be on
yeah,
board.
that all
Yeah.
looks like Dishonored.
That's
Nah,
arcane.
it do. Nah, it do. Nigel said that it
It
does.
looks that's a Dishonored game.
I'm with it. Let's go.
I'm with it too. And heck, I didn't even play Dishonored 1 and 2.
Oh, this looks
So
like
I really want to.
what's that game, Mark? You know what I'm talking about. We Happy Few. That was a We Happy Few
Yeah,
scene right there.
it gives you a moment of that.
It's like that's that party.
But I thought that was nice that they did. Now,
Nigel.
if
I
Microsoft,
just want to. I'm interested. I guess we can invade. You can invade other people's game.
that you ain't got to worry about doing it to me because I ain't letting nobody use
It's just like Dark Souls.
So is it like Spy versus Spy? This was like Spy versus Spy, ain't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it looked like.
Yeah. Give me that. I always like that game. And comic and Mad TV cartoon. Really?
But you know, it comes on the 20th, and 20th is Tuesday.
Yeah. Tuesday, next Tuesday.
What the? It talks.
He's trying to
And the
Tuesday.
head director is a brother.
Yeah, he's French.
Piece of
He's French.
Mhm.
He'll call you. He lives in
He's
France.
French brother.
Oui.
They're from Libya, Tunisia. He probably is Tunisian.
Nice.
Tunisian ancestry.
Free download now.
But Serge mentioned something today to me, and I just noticed it. He said that Xbox had a lot more fighting games on it.
Yeah, there were no fighting games mentioned on the PlayStation. I found that very odd.
So it's
Other
like
than
Arc
other than
system.
Street Fighter, of course, and Tekken. But
Yeah, other than Street
the
Fighter.
original Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear. Those next two games.
Interesting.
Because usually
What else
PlayStation
is
announce
it?
all the fighting games. Xbox usually don't announce hardly any. It was weird. That was just odd.
True.
I mean, it's
So-
geared towards the Japanese market, so
Yeah, because it was a Tokyo show. So
yeah.
that's when you said that. I was like, yeah, well, yeah, they trying to. Yeah, I can see that.
I think as far as Microsoft, their game show was the best they've ever done in Japan. You can't hate on it. Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
that was their best Japan show, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I really like about this Tokyo Game Show. Even though like some of the stuff they show, we already know it exists, but it's really popular. Like in Japan, like they show Persona 5 coming to Xbox really soon. They show pretty obscure RPG. They showed Nino Kuni, which is a remastered version of Nino Kuni, and yeah, overall, you gotta give props for Xbox for really good marketing in Japan. I hope that, and it looks like the Series X and S will have some decent sales at the end of it. Will have good sales in the end of its lifespan in Japan.
Campaign mode in Naraka. Okay.
Wulong. That one
Yeah.
looked pretty cool.
Okay.
Exo
Blaze
Primal.
Blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exo Primal.
Blaze Blue and
Ex-
Guilty Gear.
Yeah, so Primal didn't look that bad.
And of course, the new season of Naraka. Finally
You
gonna
hear
give
me?
us that campaign mode.
Y'all hear me?
So let's
That's what I
Yeah, we hear you.
just said. Oh, okay.
So let's move on to this final little thing before.
Yeah, we couldn't hear
Thing.
you.
No, this is going to be what I call petty time. So we're going to give again Jim Ryan, Mr. Petty. Call him Mr. Petty. As you see, the Sony came out again today and said something about this deal.
Uh-oh, what happened?
And they said something in regard to raising that it would hurt the gaming industry if Microsoft was allowed to buy Division Blizzard. And I'm like, can you just shut the crap up? Now, you I just think sometimes, somebody can tell you to shut up because you're making yourself look stupid. Because if Microsoft goes back and just starts showing all the dirty deeds, like you said, the exclusivity with Hogwarts. Remember, I told you to hold on to that subject? Exclusivity, right? Now, if Microsoft was so mean, why did they let Deathloop go into Sony's PlayStation Premium? Because that's one of
Exactly.
PlayStation.
Exactly.
So, because that wasn't part of that deal. I want people to realize that because they didn't have that service back in 2020 when they started that. So all of a sudden, Microsoft is this dirty, but they letting them put it in there. See, they're not showing. Microsoft is setting them up, and I think they need to stop while they're ahead because they're looking really, really ridiculous. Because Microsoft gonna say, "Look, we shared this with them. We didn't cancel our contract for Deathloop, or what's that other game they just did? We didn't cancel that. We didn't say anything about anything. We never complained about them having exclusivity deals. Call of Duty. We said we'll let them keep it. Yet, like they did in Brazil, they started showing all the dirty deals that they did. Sony did. Now, the industry is not just Sony. And if how are you going to come and say we think it's bad, but 90%, 99% of the people are saying we don't have a problem with it. You had Apple said they didn't have a problem. Now, you and I'm going this route. You got I'm talking about the big boys. I'm not talking about the little younglings on the street. And Sony is a youngling, okay? And you're gonna understand what I mean by Google, Amazon, Apple, Facebook. Those are what I'm gonna call the big boys. Because Facebook value is down, but Google $1 trillion company, Apple $2 trillion company, $2.5 trillion company. Uh, Microsoft almost 2 trillion, and it just based all off the stock market. They're really 2 trillion. And then Facebook. Um, Apple didn't have a problem with it. Google didn't have what you call it. Amazon didn't have a problem with it. Only one had a problem with it, and all the various developers have not had a problem with this deal. Now this is in Brazil. Now the same regulators everywhere are going to go after the same group of teams of people and ask them the same thing. Who's going to look bad when they're going to say, wait a minute, Microsoft has showed all the dirt you're doing, and you're saying they are, and in Europe alone, Microsoft doesn't own it there, and especially in London, I mean, in uh, Great Britain, they probably have 20%, 30% market share. I don't even think they have that. Let's say they have 20%. Or let's say they have 30%. Sony has 60%. No, that the math doesn't even work out. Microsoft is probably 20%. The other two are probably 30 and 50%. So if Sony's 50% and Nintendo's 30%, Microsoft 20%, how by them buying Activision a monopoly make? See, Activision does not a monopoly make. So how are they going to quantify this as being a deal that's not competitive? And that's something I think outside the noise, where does these numbers add up? And That's where I have a problem with it. Because once you start showing their dirt, that's why I wish Sony would just shut up and let just work behind the scenes. If you want to get your guarantees to say, hey, we're going to let you have the game for 3 extra years, 4 years. I think they're going to say, give it 4 years, whatever. Give it to them for 4 years. It doesn't matter because guess what? If it's free on Game Pass, you can't compete with that.
Maybe
Thoughts?
Ryan's going to get fired.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you who wrote a good article. And um, Jazz, go to windowscentral.com.
Right. Ooh, momento.
I want you to see something Jazz wrote. Jazz Gordon, he wrote an excellent article, and you can just peruse through it real quick. And he has a little. Uh,
So we just reading it.
no. I want her to go to Window Central because then you'll see one. He wrote a couple of
This is it.
blurbs, and he wrote a couple of blurbs, and you'll see it, and he hits it on point. And go click that article right there.
So, how's everyone doing out there? Everyone well? Just looking for an article. That's all.
Now scroll down, and you'll see he made a couple of good bullet points. The bullet points, you don't even have to read it; it's the bullet points. Or what's in bold. I'm not going to say bullet points, but that's what's in bold.
And I just see italicized. Oh, wait here.
No, you can scroll. You can't scroll down. So you're right there where it's you right there. Scroll up, Jazz.
Your
Right there with
reaction. Your reaction's late because it's delayed.
Oh, okay. Where see where it said was we were no you when you're going down, just stop at the highlighted where it goes dark, where it's bold. Not bold there, but the headliners. The headliners like above. You're going too fast. Yeah, it's like a headliner. It's like a headliner. No, you're going down. It's like a headliner right
It's
above the
delayed. I got
actual
it.
R.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Like, give it 30 and then you'll get the reaction.
Right there where he says
Hater.
then he talks to like he hits like when he hits those bullet points, he says the Activision deal is good for all gamers, not just Xbox. And he goes in and explains it. And he does a good job. And I'm not saying just this because he's Windows Central and he's Xbox centric, but he points out the valid points. And he says the only people that's mad at this is Sony in the reference are the Sony executives who are not going to get money from the deal. But anyway, that was a great article. So it's certain bullet points in there. Under each headline, like if you scroll real slow down, you got another good one. Let me go, let's see real quick. So what do you guys think about that? Double?
I'm sitting here reading the article.
Here, let me read off his points. He says Sony's goal is to reduce and hinder competition. That is true. He says Sony isn't losing Call of Duty, it's losing its ability to obfuscate. And that means throw up crap and mess stuff up. Block. And it's good for all gamers. which is 100% true. So if any of you all out there are watching and can go to the site on your leisure, read it, and you'll get a better understanding. But I just want you guys to, that was my that's my thought of what I found to be the most ludicrous thing of the week.
I mean, the trail speaks for itself. You're not gonna lose none of those games because they do require a big user base.
Well,
Hmm.
Yeah,
He
kind of
just
like Minecraft. Like even though Microsoft owns Minecraft, it's still on all consoles.
well, and that's why
yeah.
Sony is amazing. But let's be real. If Microsoft wanted to be dirty, which they're not, they absolutely could take Call of Duty off of PlayStation and they'll lose some money.
Yeah, they got the power.
But they don't. But they're not gonna lose money because when you make $20 billion a quarter or more. And when I say 20 billion, I'm not talking about 20 billion a quarter. I'm talking about when you can put in 10 to 15, and probably because of inflation now, recession, 10 to 18 billion in the bank as profit after you pay everybody. That's a lot of money to put in cash. I'm not talking about how much money you made in the quarter. I'm talking about how much money you put in the bank after you do all your expenses and pay. That's a lot of money. I'm not talking about the report we did 40 or 30 billion in sales, but you didn't. But then they have to factor it out and say how much we put in the bank cash. And when you start factoring out by the time this deal is done, the rate Microsoft is going, if they keep putting 10 to 20 billion dollars in the bank, like in this quarter, let's see, this quarter is over. In October, we'll know more about what their sales were. So then you'll come back and you'll say, okay, by the time this whole deal is over, they would have probably doggone near made the money to pay for the deal already. And they already had the money to pay for it in cash. But they would have already made at least 40 to 50 billion to put in the bank. Say, okay, we can pay for it right now.
Mm.
And see, Sony can't do that. Only people can do that is like Google, Apple, and Amazon. And people are thinking, and I heard other people saying, well, Sony may be bought by Apple or a Google. Not gonna happen. The Japanese are not gonna let that happen. They
You
just wouldn't.
think you think Ryan will be fighting this if it was like you said, Apple or Google buying Activision? Do
No,
you
no, no,
think Ryan
no.
be
They
fighting
wouldn't.
this?
He
They
he
would.
won't. He won't. He won't.
No, he would. He no. What I was saying is, a lot of people are saying that Sony would sell themselves, their game division, to Apple or Google. No, they won't. No, they won't. I find that a hard pill to swallow. I never say never. I just find it to be a hard pill to swallow.
They're not ready yet. They don't have much left.
People don't get Sony has an insurance company. They
The
have
insurance
movie
company,
bid
the movie studio.
and electronics. And they still make damn good TVs. They just getting their butts beat by LG and Samsung.
Who buys a Bravia?
Oh, I had an old Bravia. It's good, but like you said, who buys a Bravia? The pictures are good on the Bravia. Sony just charges a little bit too much.
It's too much.
Yep.
Like, I don't know.
Okay, so that's all I had to talk about, lady and gentlemen. So, anybody else have any thoughts on that topic? Serge?
No, it's just interesting how everybody tries to stop Xbox, but
Is that
PlayStation can
no?
do no wrong.
Yeah, yes,
The only
that's
main
that.
thing I get from this is Kim Ryan's getting pretty desperate.
You
You
hit the
know.
nail on the head.
Yeah.
To be going out here crazy like this, you dang Skippy.
They say a hurt dog
No,
will holler.
I actually
For real.
think his job is in jeopardy.
You think what?
Need to
I
be.
think his job.
You think it's jobs in there?
Yeah. That's what I think.
Hmm.
That's what
felt
I
like the
think. I mean,
only
maybe they can't take a hit.
well,
Maybe Sony think they can't afford this hit.
I wonder what was Sony Computer Entertainment CEO was during
Go ahead.
like
Go ahead.
the anyway, I was about to say,
Something to say?
I wonder what Sony Computer Entertainment CEO was during the PS3 era because I heard that CEO was actually like a good man. Well, good as in like running like, the company. But yeah, doopy doopy doo. Scooby Dooby Doo.
Well, we'll see, and time will tell.
Hmm.
So, no more comments. I guess we can start our outros.
Did we hear the snag?
We went through all the topics though. Like, what did we go?
Oh, okay.
We
We back.
Oh, well, what?
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 I think he having trouble anyway.
I don't know, but we're pretty much done here. We did all of our talking
Yeah, we did
points.
all our talking points.
Yep.
Yeah, because I think he cutting out because I heard
Yeah.
him garbly earlier.
Who's garbly?
You,
Me?
yeah, you and the one
The
been
whole
a couple
straight.
couple times. So it was just like, burp, burp. It was quick though. It wasn't major.
Oh.
Just like how I got staticky there for a second.
Yeah, I like
Also,
everybody.
this
It's
is
gone.
fun.
I like everything is gone.
It went around the room. It went around the room.
Oh, that was freaky. That was freaky.
Also, fantastic stock, Sony. But anyway,
Okay, so we're gonna get our outros. Double working. I mean, not double. Mega, where can we find you?
you'll find me every Thursday. And that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
OG.
You can find me here every Thursday.
Okay.
Twitter? Yeah, you got a Twitter?
Lady Jazz. Yeah, you got Twitter. He always retweets a couple of people's. He don't ever retweet what I say when I'm trying to promote, but that's okay. We trying to promote the podcast. He don't
Right.
retweet.
It sounds like you need some Pedialyte.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Why would I need Pedialyte?
You hydrated?
Yeah, I'm hydrated.
You sound tired.
Okay.
Where did that come from?
He being funny.
For real.
He being funny, but that's all right.
He got some energy now. Look at
Yeah,
him.
he got some good. Yeah. Hey,
He's like, I'm ready now. Yeah.
he was damn near dead last week, but now he got his
Hey, he
jokes.
was dead last
Yeah. All right. So they can find you at Twitter where? OG double N.
Well, I'm here every Thursday.
I said. So you're saying they can't find you anywhere else? Huh? Okay. Where can they find you, sir?
Facebook, all things geeky.
I was going to say Detective Time.
That's our group. All things geeky. You welcome to come.
Okay. What about you,
You
sir?
guys even use that?
Yeah, double use it.
Oh, okay, that explains everything. Okay.
Surge.
Epic.
Yes, you can find me at Facebook at Sir Rich Gaming. On Twitter it's Sir Rich. Twitch you can find me at Sir Rich as well. As well as on YouTube as Sir Rich. I just start posting some God of War flicks on there. So on Wednesdays, I'm on Twitch at 7 p.m. and Fridays is 7:30 to 8. Sometimes it changes, maybe a little bit later, but That's where you can find me.
You can also find us fighting on Twitter.
He didn't just say that, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
He
then.
did.
We
Yeah,
live
yeah,
in
yeah.
okay.
This bizarro world. Yeah,
this
that
bizarro
that just happened. That literally just happened.
Yeah. Hey, Mega,
Yeah, well,
Mega,
what's up?
please go wherever your father is and see if there's a bottle of scotch next to him. So,
For real, he
look,
getting sauced.
he
Got some
losing it
hot sauce.
somewhere.
He just taking shots of hot sauce.
he,
Talking spicy.
You're like, I feel better.
he gonna come up with what he said. You can find us fighting on Twitter. Ain't that something? Okay. Oh, Lady Jazz, where are you?
You can find me on Twitch, Jazzymoto, spelled the same way it is in my word bubble up there. I'm also on Twitter, same, YouTube, and you will find me here every Thursday. And when I stream, usually Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday. We'll see what's going on depending on timing. And Friday nights, every Friday night, we go sometimes till 3 in the morning. And Saturday mornings, I do art streams. Anime, comic characters, video game characters. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Jazzymoto.
Jazz, speaking of anime, do you watch One Piece?
No.
Hey. Okay. That's all I wanted to say.
I tried. Nope.
Oh. Oh well, to each their own.
Hey, and as for me, you can find me on Twitter fighting all the time. It's causing trouble. You can find me on Twitter.
Fighting on Twitter.
I said find me on Twitter. Causing trouble. I didn't say fighting. It's trouble. Or the one Xbox and the one on PlayStation Network. That's where you can find me. And I just want to make sure next week, if the lady and gentleman will oblige, I'll know more and I'll post it up. But we may be starting at 7:30. I forgot I'm leaving town on Thursday. And I'm going to Louisiana. So I'm gonna do the podcast in Louisiana. But
Louisiana.
I think I can get that before 6. I mean, as far as driving from New Orleans to where I need to go, because I think it's a 3 hour. That is, we may start if these young lady and gentlemen can oblige me. But I think we can start at 7 next week. Otherwise, I'll join late. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us. Please like and subscribe. We need more people to like and subscribe to the channel. We are trying to hit at least 100 before the end of this year. Let's keep it in perspective. But anyway, everyone, thanks for joining. Everyone have a great day. And as Serge, we're going to let Serge do his favorite thing.
Holla. Holla, holla, holla. Holla, 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 holla. Holla,
Holla, holla at you on Twitter. Holla at you on Facebook. Holla at you on
Oh wait, we better not catch you slacking. If we catch you slacking, we know where you live. So you better have that security up.
Duh.
What?
All right. Catch y'all
Nothing,
later.
nothing. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
Not me.
Yo, who was that? Weird.
Mark
All right.
laugh.
Whoa, what the heck?
That was a good stuff.
What, slow it down or something? Oh, okay. I you